Welcome back to Etherflux Hunters. It's Dungeons and Dragons in space with bounty hunters, perhaps almost literally tonight. I'm CT Avis, I'm your dungeon master, and these fellas are your bounty hunters. Gentlemen, how we doing?
Good.
Going on?
Done.
Ahoy.
When we last left you, you were in a bar, which I feel like I open that with that very often with your characters. This one, though, you had left a bar on Everlight to go to a bar on the planet of Nerian.
That's right.
Is a planet some of you hunters had been to before on a previous bounty. You had received a golden scale via messenger, and on the scale was written Wutani. Checking against a set of golden scale mail armor you had, you noticed the script was the same on both, leading you to believe there is some sort of connection. Understanding the scale as an invitation to Nerian, you bravely left behind the guild and the celebration of your return and made your way through deep space about a week until the gray stormy planet of Nerian came into your visual aboard your ship, the Nameless. Docking, you made your way to the miner bar. Nerian is a mining planet, very much in terms of the central city here, and plotted your next move. Now, I did want to give you guys a chance if there was anything we wanted to retcon in terms of what you were doing on the ship during the week. We had mentioned a couple of things last time, but I wasn't sure if there was anything that needed to be done during that week of travel before you got to Nerian.
This is. Oh, were you saying something?
Yeah, none that I can think of.
There was something someone wanted Abraxas to work on. There might have been a couple things, but everything from broken chain sword. Oh, I wrote myself a note to figure out if the golden scale mill could be something. Oh, that's what I meant to ask Chris, was if that was something that we could have Retzel use.
Oh, right.
I know Warforged normally are just armor, right? But
You can. There are rules for merging armor into Warforged. We will have to review those because I do not know those off the top of my head.
yeah, I forgot to follow up on that. But that was it for me, so I would say Abraxas probably spent some time looking into what he can do with that broken chainsword.
Plus, I believe that Red Saturday is at 21 AC, so I don't know how much a suit of armor is going to help him with that.
Let's sure it is scale. Yeah.
I have something for Quip. It's purely narrative. Doesn't really have any mechanical implications. But since he's multi-classed into Circle of Stars Druid, if we're traveling for a week, he would be like updating his star charts
All right.
and such, just plotting out different things and things of that nature.
Right on. Okay. Anybody else got anything?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
Nothing I can think of.
Yeah, no, I think I'm good too.
All right. So, rolling back the film slightly. As you sat in the bar pondering your next move, a tall figure cloaked all in black with shiny black boots stomped up to you. A cloak pulled up over his face. Mostly hidden in the shadows of his hood, but you can make out some dark steel on top of his head. At first, it looks, you think, well, it must be a helmet, but then you realize it's too snug to his skull to be a helmet. so it must be somehow merged with the flesh and bone there. You catch sight of a respirator around his mouth. And then when he speaks to you, his voice has a bit of a rasp to it because of the respirator. Sort of flat, deep, and sort of blunts his emotional range slightly. You're the hunters, yes? Thank you for accepting my invitation back here to Nerian. I am Duke Dariel Merker. I'm sorry, Merrick. It's Merikh, for those of you playing and taking notes at home. Duke, you can call him Duke Merrick. And I've heard much about you from my associates in RAG.
Templeton already decides whether he wants to run.
I know quite a bit about you from our shared associate Nag on Everlight. She spoke highly of you, though she was a bit annoyed by one of you disarming a bomb she had put on the car of Omarth the Maker.
Yeah. Don't remember.
To be
Don't
fair,
remember
we
doing that.
were in the car at the time that we found the bomb.
Well, I told her it was for the best because now that you're here, we can strike at a true galactic villain. But we can't speak here. I'm afraid we have company. As he says that, 4 Dragonborn in plate mail step through the door. The leader, a male Dragonborn with red scales, hisses at Merrick. Your running is at an end, Merrick. You've meddled in our affairs for far too long, thwarted her power for far too long. It ends here. You end here. And you, he says to the General Bar, if you know what's best for you, you better clear out. This will be messy. Merrick sort of looks at them, and he kind of looks back at you with an amused arch in his brow. You almost can tell that he's smiling despite his mouth being hidden. You know, I can handle these guys myself, but perhaps you'd like to audition for the job, hunters? You don't need to kill them if you don't want to. Just get them out of our way so we can leave and talk business.
I don't know. Guys, I clear out. See ya.
As I'm finishing the drink that's in front of me, I just say to Duke, so who are these guys to you there, Braceface?
Sometimes in my line of work, as the proprietor of RAG, yes, that is me. I'm the money and the power behind it. You make enemies, and these gentlemen believe me to be their enemy. I'm nobody's enemy, except those who would support greed in the galaxy.
I just turn around and look at the others. Really? We gonna do this now?
I mean, he said to leave.
Hey, we got nothing better to do.
You're auditioning for a job, yes?
Yeah.
That's the way I'm looking at it.
I mean, Arnulf likes to stay in fighting form, so I mean, every chance you get, right?
It has been a while, you know. Big long trip and all that.
Yeah. Don't want you to get rusty.
That's right.
So, how many people are?
There's 4 Dragonborn.
There's 4 Dragonborn by the door, and that's the barmaid died behind the bar, and she's ducking down there with the barman.
Okay.
Everyone else seems to have taken the Dragonborn's warning seriously and filed out. Well, except for these two orcs. They kind of just... They pull up a chair. They pull up to the chairs in the back and with their drinks, and they're kind of looking.
I was gonna say, do they pull out bags of popcorn?
I was gonna say they've got money on this fight.
You show. Hell
Alright.
yeah.
So Abraxas picks up his glass and shakes out the last drop and maybe even takes his finger and licks it and goes, "You buying the next round?" and throws it at that guy.
Nice.
Which guy?
The Dragonborn leader guy who was talking to Duke.
Okay.
Start walking towards the door as he's doing that, and I look back.
All right. Well, I
I don't
guess
even-
Corvix was about to leave.
Uh-huh.
Like, I
His
thought we
hands
were-
on the door handle. Ah.
give me an attack roll with a glass.
All right. Is that just like, it's like a? I never know how to do it without an actual weapon. So like I don't know what bonuses.
Maybe it should be a D20 plus your dexterity modifier, since I don't think you are proficient in throwing glasses.
No,
Should be.
that's Arnolf's thing.
Rank.
He's proficient in throwing back glasses. Slight difference.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I missed, but it's really to make a point. It's an 11.
Yeah, the Dragonborn catches it. Scotch. Shame. You made your choice. We could have shared a drink. Throws the glass aside. Everyone roll for initiative.
Well, next round's on you. You caught the glass. Them's the rules.
Well, I'm going last.
I'm not.
Pity.
I rolled a 3,
Oh boy.
and it gave me
See
plus
how
3,
we're-
so I got a 6.
I got a.
Keep frightened.
Nope. Shot
Oh.
past it.
Oh,
Things so
It's
scary.
doing a
to me.
weird scrolling.
8. I'm also
Arnolf,
definitely
I
not
see-
going
oh, there we go.
first.
All right, so Templeton. Quick on the draw, followed by Arnolf and Retzau. Abraxas. One of the Dragonborn, Quiplik. Dragonborn, Corvex,
yes.
and Dragonborn.
Yeah, my initiative being because I hit Rogue 3, I get an additional +4 from my dexterity added to my initiative rolls. So now I'm at a +10.
Damn, son.
Templeton actually travels into the future to see what happens,
Yeah,
then
right.
comes back and goes, now let's fight.
Let's see.
I say, welcome to the +10 initiative club.
What'd you roll, a 5? Holy crap.
Did you?
Yeah.
You did.
Well, I'm just going to move forward to here, and since I don't feel like running the whole way, I'm going to use Eldritch Blast and attack the guy in front, the leader.
The blue?
Yeah.
Okay.
I give
thought you said his name was
3
Lou.
attack rolls, right? I think that's what it is.
Actually, I should have made the red guy. Right. I'm just going to switch them because that makes sense. Since the red guy was in the lead there. You're attacking.
That
the
is
red guy.
orange.
Well, that's
All
Fred.
right, you know, it's close enough to red.
Sort of. I guess.
Does a
Closer than
19
blue
hit?
is.
Does a 19 hit? It does.
And then 26. And then a 27. No. All 3 were hits. 10, 10, and 3. Wow.
It's 23 damage.
Yeah. Is it necrotic energy? Eldritch blast? Force damage.
Force damage. Boom, boom. Like you can see, like the impacts rippling across his armor and chest. You know, as the shot slam into him, and he seems to be quite surprised by the strength of your attacks, not taking average guys in the bar for such significant force. Anything else, Templeton?
That's it for the moment.
Arnolf.
Yes.
All right. Let's see. I'm stupid fast. Okay. 10. 30. I'm gonna go ahead and stop in this spot. I'm going to enter my rage, search my feelings, all that biz. I was gonna find this thing. There it is. Magic Confuses one weapon of your choice that you're holding. Until your rage ends, the weapon's damage changes to force, and it gains the light and thrown properties with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60. If the weapon leaves your hand, the weapon reappears in your hand at the end of the current turn.
Wow, I don't think you've rolled that before.
I've rolled it like 3 times the entire time we've played this game, maybe.
All right. Good enough. You throw your sword at him?
Actually, it is not a bar fight until somebody does this, and I pick up one of the chairs. Yeah. I throw the chair at him.
Same guy? Orange?
Yep. I just gotta figure out weapon brawler. There it is. Can you? Okay, it's only melee. All right. Throw the chair. Oh. It's only 11.
That's gonna miss.
However, it's not a bar fight until someone throws a chair.
Got Bobby Knight here.
Anything else, Arnold?
I'll take another step forward just to spread us out a little more.
There's another chair there.
Oh, that's right, I do have 2 attacks. I'm gonna chuck another chair. Same guy. Go, chair, go.
He dodges one chair.
Oh, shit.
What the hell's wrong with you?
Shouldn't have dodged the first one.
Dodge the chairs, you dodge the ball.
He's gonna eat
Not
that.
on a nat 20.
Dodge
That's
this.
Oh, God.
Nat 20 on a chair to the face. Just. Yep. Okay. Chair, is that a D4
Sure.
or D6?
Because I'm kind of curious.
Chair leg to the eye could do some pretty significant damage.
My bonuses are just for melee? I can't throw things harder because I'm mad? That's silly.
I don't know. I think it's 1d4. It's I
Probably
always
treat it like a club.
well.
4 words. I was just wondering what dice I'm going to be rolling here for the crit. So 4 by default, then a roll. Except I have. Where are you? Brutal crit. So I roll 2 additional weapon damage dice for determining extra damage. So I'm rolling 3d4.
Hmm. Okay.
Death by chair. Gave him the chair.
Chair face Chippendale.
15 force damage because it has my rage properties.
He didn't like that. Is that it?
It's 2 attacks. I raged. And the chair that hit him in the face last, due to the effects of my rage, it reappears back in my hands.
Let's see. I'm gonna make a saving throw for the chair. Yeah, I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it survived the attack. Red's out.
Are we trying not to kill these guys?
You can yell that out.
All right, I'm yelling that out.
Yeah.
You have to give a time when that was over the plane.
Give me an insight check, Red's out.
Okay. 17.
So you kind of realize that you actually start killing people in a bar in a city that's a little bit different than killing monsters in a dungeon. The authorities are going to at least want to get involved. And if you don't want to stick around and talk to them, possibly getting arrested or becoming outlaws, you may not want to, take your revolver out and kill them.
Fair enough.
Oh,
All right.
With the 17, I should also point out they may not feel the same way. You can't read their minds. They seem kind of bloodthirsty towards Merrick.
All right, here. This whole chair thing seems fun, so I'm gonna get in on this.
Okay.
Oh, come on. It was on a 19 and it rolled off.
What did you get? You can sometimes.
I got it. It rolled a 3. So a total of 11.
Yeah, you kind of fire one wildly over there. Kind of bounces, skids, scrapes across the floor. You have a second attack, I believe.
Do I have a second chair nearby?
No, all the chairs at that table have been used. However, if you have movement, you could either move backwards to another chair or forwards to another chair.
Yeah, I'll move forward to grab another chair there.
He's got a chair! God.
13.
No, it's got to be a miss.
Warforged with a steel chair.
Abraxas. You've seen chairs being thrown by 2 of your 3 companions, and you saw Templeton go in full force damage with his dark matter blast there. What do you wish to do?
All right, let's see. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. I'll move up to here. And can you draw a 30-foot cube, please?
Where? Anywhere?
On top of them as best as possible. And then I can move it around
People
once it comes
outside
out.
aren't included.
What kind of force is it?
Yeah. So I grab a test tube that's got a lot of swirly, twirly patterns in it, and I'm casting a hypnotic pattern. 30-foot cube. I can do it at up to 120 feet. Yeah, just so long as it's not actually hitting Retzout. I'm thinking Retzout's actually in that square. Yeah. So it might hit one person outside. That's okay.
Well, they're probably.
Well, even if it did, it's not like I'm casting Fireball.
So they have to make saving throws?
Yeah, let me go ahead and actually cast it. Twisting pattern of colors weaves through the air inside the 30-foot cube. It appears for a moment, then vanishes. Each creature must make a wisdom saving throw.
DC?
Is 18.
One passed. Orange fails. Yellow passes. Purple passes. So
No.
blue is affected.
All right, then he is charmed for the duration of the spell, which is up to 1 minute. Requires my concentration.
All right. Now it'd be reasonable about being charmed. He just is sort of back down from being like against you at this point. Doesn't mean he's necessarily. I don't know, unless the spell says otherwise.
Let me see. No, it just uses the while charmed creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0. So I think he just kind of sits there. I forget which video game it is. Yeah, where their head kind of bobbles and there's like stars.
Word. Okay.
That is it. I was hoping to get more than one, but you know.
The yellow one pulls the orange guy behind him, the orange guy having taken damage before. Can't quite get. Step up and he breathes out a blast of radiant energy. Templeton and Arnoff, please give me dexterity saving throws.
Oh no.
Quinta.
20 saves.
30-20.
20 saves. So you take half damage, which is 23 radiant.
23 is half.
Yep. This isn't your fight, strangers. Leave now before you regret.
No, it is.
You got a pretty beat up guy behind you saying, I think it is.
Oh, actually, you know what? He actually pushed that guy forward in front of him. And he looks healthier now. breath attack. Quiplik.
Yep. Okay. Whoops. Be on select instead of ruler. Alright, I'm going to move myself. And using a second level spell slot, I'm going to cast Bane, targeting all 4 of them. It is a charisma saving throw. The DC is 18.
Blue fails. Orange fails. Yellow. Hello. Fails.
Yellow.
Purple. What was it, DC?
18.
Fails. They all failed.
Cool. That is a D4 debuff for attacks and saving throws. While I maintain concentration.
I have a digital way of marking that. This would be a great time to have a post-it note.
That would be cool if the VTT had literal post-it notes. Like you could just stamp a note.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Wait, saving throws and what?
And attacks.
Minus D4.
Yes.
There is a baned condition that you can
Concentration up to a minute.
Oh, that's true. Maybe
It's
I can
on
throw
the
that up.
right list.
I don't know if it's automatically going to do anything
Probably not.
It'd be cool if it did.
or not. Very cool if it did. Do they get a saving throw later, or is that it till this is over?
Oh, let me look at it, and I will tell you.
I'm pretty sure they stuck like that until he drops concentration.
That is correct. Up to a minute, as long as I'm maintaining concentration. There's not a secondary save against it.
What was that you cast?
Bane.
That was Bane. Okay.
It's my favorite debuff.
It's a good move.
Like
'cause I was gonna
It's
do
like
that
the
too.
opposite of Bless, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's like the exact opposite of
Yep.
No, it does not automatically do anything. So.
it. What are you going to do? You know, it's funny. I almost never prep Bless, but I keep Bane in my spell list pretty often because it's a first level spell for 3, and then with each additional level you upcast it, you can hit more targets with it. So it's pretty solid.
All right, that was it for you.
Yes.
Okay. The purple dragonborn charges up to Arnolf. He takes 3 swings at you. The first 2 miss badly. The second one, whap, he catches you with the flat of his blade critically. So I'm going to roll that in. A critical hit's going to be a critical hit because his total number was higher enough to hit. So he is going to do.
Wait, does
I'm gonna say, don't we have 2 uncriticals?
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah. Corvix, you want this one or shall I?
I mean, yeah, I can do it.
All right.
I'm just kind of sitting here looking at the door.
All right, so it's going to not be non-critical damage, so it's only going to be 11. It says slashing, but he is using the blunt of his sword because you only threw chairs, so he's kind of not ready to stab you yet. Although
Yeah.
the other guy, the yellow guy, did blast away with his breath. So you're getting a mix of things, but you guys kind of gave them a mix of lethal and non-lethal. So you're getting back what you put out there. This guy is stunned, right? You're just standing there drooling.
Yep. Chound.
So that brings us to Corvex.
Oh, what fun. The thing I was gonna do, scripted it. So I gotta find something else. I think I'll hit purple guy. Let's see, where was that?
Where the hell are you? Oh, okay, I see you.
Crap, my headset's just for this. Hang on a sec. Yeah, okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to move up.
Okay, Mr. Jefferson.
To here, like, I want to get closer to this guy, but I don't. But I gotta touch him. For... Oh, no, wait, I don't have to touch. It said 30 feet. Went to the wrong thing. I'm going back to where I was. I'm gonna hit him with Blight.
Oh, you're gonna ruin his crops.
That's right. So he has to do Constitution saves 17.
Constitution save and what?
He has to make 17.
Well, he rolled a 10, so I'm not even going to subtract the d4 from that. So he failed.
Okay. I'm just trying to see if I have something that doesn't hit nearly as hard. But I don't, so he's going to take 8d8 necrotic damage.
Oh.
That was the weak one. So he takes 39 necrotic damage.
I'm sorry, say it again?
39?
39.
Yeah.
These are beefy boys. So... it hits him. You can see the sort of necrotic energy. He kind of almost like desiccates a bit from the damage before he kind of recovers enough to make the desiccation go away.
Great. I also have a bonus action that I'm going to use to cast Spiritual Weapon.
That would be 2-leveled spells.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Yeah, besides the action bonus action thing, one of them would have to be a cantrip.
You got it.
No problem. I try and keep us honest. Oh, also as a note, in case we accidentally ace somebody, both Quiblik and Corvix are capable of casting Spare the Dying as a bonus action at range instead of touch. Because Grave Domain.
I mean, I can bring him back one way or another.
Yeah. Well,
I prefer the other.
I know.
Then I make him fight his friends.
The orange one moves. Stop holding back, Draxel. They're using deadly magic against us.
It's dead-ish magic. I pulled back. Oh god, I don't like the triangle. Oh. This is gonna hurt.
Geometry.
Please
is
give me
dense.
dexterity saving throws for everyone in that triangle. Which is, can I get Templeton? Yeah, I can get Templeton.
Oh, that's just mean.
Hey! I'm on
Yeah.
the very edge
If
of that.
he angles it just right, though, it's definitely possible.
This guy's got some bad breath.
Halitosis.
Oh shit! I rolled a 6.
That's not going
Then
to.
he had a 14.
14 fails. 6 fails.
Son of a...
8 fails.
21.
21 succeeds.
I also choose 21.
I have a +9 to dexterity. It helps.
I also choose his dexterity.
If you failed, you take 51 damage.
Holy shit.
Radiant.
Well, I'm gonna go lay down then.
If you succeeded, you take half of that. So we'll say 25.
What kind of damage is it?
Radiant.
Radiant. What did he do?
He breathed his breath weapon.
Oh, that does radiant damage. Jeez.
Well, no, I'm not gonna pull one of these.
Yeah.
If I survive, he won't.
Look at that, Darla. Another breath weapon from the Dragonborn. Oh, this fight's getting serious. I know, Hank. Can these ragtag adventurers pull this off against this elite Dragonborn unit? Let's go to
Alright,
round
keep it
two.
down over there. Peanut gallery.
That's the marks.
No.
Top of the round, Templeton.
Throw a chair or something.
Just hold on real quick. Because I took damage, I need to check concentration, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I always forget how to do that. Where do I find that?
It is half damage. Half the damage you took. Oh, yeah. And it's whichever is greater than that, or. I always forget too.
It's the
Is it
DC
half
is half the
13 or
damage you
half
took,
of that?
or 10, whichever is higher.
Oh,
which would
well,
be half.
that was 51 points of damage, so I'm not even going to
So
roll.
it's a roll plus Constitution
Well, all right.
to try and reach 25. You could always
Roll
add 20.
All right, let's try it. Nope, that's a 2.
So this guy is no longer stupefied.
The guy is not looking at birdies swarming around his head anymore.
He's no longer stupefied. Jimmy
Fair
Snicket.
enough.
Templeton, top of the round.
Okay.
Stupefied Jimmy Snooker. That's actually pretty good.
Where's
Was it the
my-
purple one that blew the breath weapon there, or was it orange?
Orange, blue one, and yellow blue one.
Okay.
Did I just do
The blue
that?
did not blue one. You just put a green triangle on the board. I got somebody did. It wasn't me.
I'm trying to figure out how to turn it. There we go.
Careful where you turn that.
Yes, that would work.
Oh,
Okay.
look at that. There you go. You
So-
might even be able to get blue.
It says 30 foot. I don't
Oh,
know.
range
I don't know what I've. It just put it there when I hit the cone button, and I.
He's 20 feet away.
No, that's 20. I need a 30. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. You delete. The other delete.
Actually, those are both 15 foot.
Well, it's
Yeah.
30-foot cone, right? So what you said, a 30-foot cone?
Yeah.
All right, you can do that. You'll miss purple, but you'll get orange, yellow, and blue.
Or I get orange, yellow, and purple.
Yeah, but if you go after purple, you're going partly through Arnoff's square, which would affect him
Yeah.
possibly. If the spell is just
Yeah. I'll get
basically-
the other 3.
Okay.
I'm going to use one I haven't used yet, a 3rd level. Right? Like, I'm not. Yeah, that doesn't upcast. So, 3rd level, Fear. Wisdom DC 17.
Blue fails. Yellow critically fails. Orange fails.
Creature must take dash action and move away from you by the safest available route for each of its turns. And so that's done. Comb's done. And then I will come around to here and using my bonus action attack purple.
Okay.
And 16.
That's a miss.
Okay, that's it.
Arnolf.
I'm going to. Purple use a breath weapon yet?
Purple did not use a breath weapon.
It was orange and yellow, right?
Yes.
And he has not raised my ire just yet. This one in particular.
You have that much control
Is
over
he the
yours?
one
just
that
gonna get a
told him
wreck.
to use the breath weapon, though?
Told him to. We'll see what he does. I'm going to recklessly hit him with a chair.
Okay.
Advantage. Go, go, go. 18.
That's a hit.
Nine bludgeoning.
Let's roll for the chair. Chair breaks. Kind of breaks over him as you hit him with it. You could
That's
have a leg
fine.
as a club.
Then I can, after I hit an opponent with an unarmed strike or an improvised weapon, I can use my bonus action to attempt to grapple.
Okay.
I'll do so. Which is a contested athletics. Or acrobatics, I think. On their choice. Do I get a bonus on that? No.
I got a 12.
I'm gonna cat bell that. I don't want a nat one.
All right.
That's better. 14.
Then you succeed. You have grappled him.
Well, I will then, considering my weapon is now missing, I'm going to just use my offhand claws. Right. Oh, that's right. I used the long sword in place of it. Does a 15 hit?
It does not hit.
That's it.
What's up?
Let's see here. Gonna go up to yellow here, straight up unarmed strike.
Yellow, you said? Okay.
Yes. $23.
That hits.
Yeah, yes, it's automatically a 4. So. Let's see here. Go ahead.
Now you can see like the fear growing in his eye because of the effect of the spell on him. And he's like, ah.
Let's see here.
What was the spell you cast, Templeton?
Here.
right, go ahead, Rick.
Yeah, I was just thinking if I could just grapple him to the ground and basically tie him up.
You can make a grapple check, which is what Arnoff just did. You can grapple him, which means you can kind of grab him and keep him from moving, which is kind of the opposite of what the fear effect is going to do. The fear effect is going to make him run away. If you wish to put him on the floor prone, that would be another attack of your push attack.
Okay.
And the way you do that is, let's see, where's the sorry, I'm a bad dungeon master. Shoving a creature. Using the attack action, you can make a special melee attack to shove a creature, either to knock it prone or push it away from you. This attack replaces one of your multiple attacks. Target must be no more than one size larger than you, must be within your reach. Instead of making an attack roll, you make a strength athletics check contested by the target's strength, athletics, or dexterity. So it's just like a grapple.
Okay. All right, so that's an athletics check.
Yes.
Oh, come on.
You lost.
Yeah.
Got an at 20 on that.
Ah, damn son.
He's like, yeah, fear just, no, get away from me. And that'll be it.
Yeah, I think so.
Abraxas.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my jetpack to avoid having to go around furniture.
Ah, okay.
And I'm going to land right here. And then I am casting Lightning Bolt in a straight line through the three guys going southwest. So from blue to orange. I mean, I'd love it if I can figure out a line that would hit purple too, but I don't think I can.
Let me see. Do I have a line? I do have a line. Oh, not that big a line. How big is the line?
It's pretty long. It's 100 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I have to stick to those three because then otherwise I would possibly hit Brett's out in Templeton. So, yep. That is dexterity savings throw versus 18 for half damage.
Blue fails. Yellow fails. Orange
Does it get
fails.
Okay.
Nice.
Now I need to actually roll well. That's a lot of ones. Pus bucket. 26 for each of them.
Hold on,
Lightning
let's get
damage.
disconnected. I'm gonna reconnect. Say again, how much damage?
26 points of lightning. I mean, 126. No, it's 26 points of lightning damage on blue, yellow, and orange, or red, whatever.
I guess it's orange. Bob.
It's
Okay, they didn't like that.
Been like taking 50 something points of damage in one round.
Red's out. I was even forgetting to do the minus D4s. And didn't they roll that bad?
Nice.
I was on standby to be like D4s, but you kept saying fail, so I was like, carry on.
All right, another chance
by
to
the
get him
way-
out. Go ahead.
Real quick thing, when Retzel tried to grapple that dude, that guy had disadvantage on a check because of the fear.
Oh. Damn, I thought it was just
Oh.
because of.
It's all checks, apparently.
Oh,
All checks and attacks. So you could roll lower than a 6.
Let's see. He rolled an 18.
Yeah, that won't do it.
So even with a
But yeah.
14. No. 6. Yeah, 14 would be his roll. So I rolled a D4. That still beats. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, 'cause in that case, you roll disadvantage and the minus D4. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure I get it.
Is the grapple check a save?
Yeah, I don't think Vayne happens
No.
to that.
I don't think
You're right.
I don't think
Okay.
Bane would apply to
I hate
that
this.
actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, that's why I was asking because
You're
I
right.
wasn't sure.
Why is it Rick's? Wait. Did I do something wrong here?
No, it was my turn. Oh, right, it is. Wait, huh?
When didn't
No,
Rick just
no.
go?
We
Abraxas,
switched.
I was gonna say
switched
Abraxas and I have flip flopped somehow. I'm like, I
Yeah,
felt
that's
like
weird.
I just went. I'm like, wow, it's my turn already.
No. That's,
Yeah,
Was it
that
because
was.
you both had 15 initiatives? Is that how?
Yes.
All right, I'm putting
Flip-flop?
Red Sox
Well, I-
16 just to make sure. It's
Okay.
I'm like, wait, because he just went. Like,
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
All right.
No, that makes sense.
See, because they tied, they get to go back and forth until the fight is over.
Right.
All right.
so he runs out of the bar because he is afraid. He had to run away. He had to sprint away. That's what he told
Yeah.
me he does.
He has to use his entire movement to move as far away from Templeton as he can.
It's like an attack of opportunity.
Yes, you do.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be Retzel. It's attack.
Oh, looks like Rat stepped away.
I get an attack again.
You got an attack of opportunity because the guy ran away from direct
Okay.
range on you. Moved out
Yeah,
of
sorry,
short
I'm
range.
trying to get the kid squared away for bed here.
Sorry.
If he's running away, that's fine. I mean, if our purpose is to like not kill these guys, then I'd rather, yeah, just hold off.
Okay.
I guess.
I was just trying to kill him.
Oh, we are okay. So if you're trying
No.
to kill him now,
I
Oh,
was.
right.
No one else
Well,
is.
I'm trying.
Oh, as soon as I heard Corvex and Quick can raise him.
I
Yeah, I was
can.
gonna say we can make them not be dead. So
It could be very much undead.
okay, I think that's only Corvix.
oh, all
Full
right.
power.
Well, that could change the
Yes.
bet. Well, next round.
I am going to target purple with a guiding bolt.
Okay.
That is hot garbage. Why did it roll the damage when that's stupid?
Sometimes.
Did you hit cast?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's actually why I hold off on it until.
oh, that's
okay.
a one.
It's because I hit. Yeah, because that was a nat 1. It is a spell and not a weapon. I don't know if you want to do
Yeah, I want
crit
first
fail
spell,
things with.
I'll say you have enough control over that where you want to hit Whiplick or obviously with yourself, Corvex or Arnold.
Okay.
Phew.
Oh, the
as
two
a-
guys commentating in the bar.
Yeah. I think I don't normally think I don't normally hit cast. I think I normally just hit the a plus to hit. Anyway, as a bonus action, I'm going to starry form up and shoot a magical arrow at purple as well, just in case. See if I can do better. A homemade 20.
Yep, that hits.
Cool, and it does however much it says when it minimum damage. 6 radiant.
Oh, oh, interesting. They don't have. You'd think because they do radiate. All right, never mind. Yep, that hits him. Hurts him.
Okay. Yeah, and that's it. That's my turn.
Purple is not afraid, so he is going to take the action that keeps him from getting attacks of opportunity.
Disengage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. He's grappled.
Oh shit. He has to break the grapple then. So he'll try to do
Yes.
that. I rolled an 8. You
trying to remember what that was.
underperformed that.
See, that's consists of athletics again, right?
Oh, you know what? That would have been an 11 then.
$22.
You feel I'm trying to get away from you, but you have him held too tightly, so he can't move.
Ah, found it. Escape action. Yep.
He says, "Let go, or else."
Or what? You're going to breathe on me like the other two?
Yes.
Then do it.
All right, give me a dexterity saving throw.
He already used his action to try and escape, though. Does he get an extra action?
I believe. Hold on.
Escape is a full action.
Is it?
Yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Nope. Okay, so that's it. Never mind. He gets 3 attacks, but he doesn't have more than 1 action.
Because your one action is to make 3 attacks, I believe.
Yeah, that's correct. Corvex.
Yup. So I'll hit the orange guy with Toll of the Dead, Wisdom save 17.
Oh, I'm not even gonna roll the d4 because it's an 8.
My bait is helping, honest guys.
Well, I mean, it would be if I wasn't rolling hot garbage here. Homage?
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I kind of know what it is.
He took damage, so it'd be the higher of the dice, if I remember Toll the Dead. Holy balls.
Oh, one of those was a 1, so 27.
That was orange, right?
Ooh.
Yeah.
You see this one's reddish scales like dark and brownish black as the necrotic end. It's necrotic. Yeah, kind of seeps into him. He coughs up a big old bloody loogie as the bane seeps into him. And that's it.
Ouch. Mm,
He looks terrible. Not like
Really?
gonna fall down in a stiff breeze terrible, but
now I imagine I can still hit him with a spiritual weapon, right?
you never cast it.
No, I know.
Oh, Call the Dead?
Yes,
Yeah,
but this
okay.
time,
Yes,
because
cantrip
that's a
spell.
Call the Dead's
cantrip,
a
and then yes,
cantrip,
now you
yeah.
can do spiritual weapon.
27. To hit.
To hit, that hits.
Come on with the goddamn ones. Did a 5. No, wait, that's not right. Because it's a 1D. Oh, yeah, that's. Okay, never mind. Yeah.
This is he's recovering from the coughing fit from the necrotic energy. The mace bonks him. Ugh.
Mace for your face.
That's right. Did I say, yeah, boy? And that's it for me. Other than, flaring at them. That's right, run away. Pansy.
And I don't think. Did we ever figure out if spiritual weapon gets attack of opportunity?
We have looked this up before, and I want to say the answer is no.
That's what my memory is telling me.
Yeah.
My history check. However, he was close enough for Templeton. If Templeton wanted to take a swing at him, he could.
Sure.
No, it does not.
So wing, bada, bada, bada.
24.
Was it 24?
Yep.
That hits.
One d8 plus 5, and I rolled a 1. So, 6 points of damage.
Oh, it's once.
You scald his behind as he flees. And that brings us to the top of the third round, which is Templeton's round. To start the round, I should say.
There's only one left.
You really should have given up. Do I get any bonus because he's grappled?
Yes. You should have advantage.
No, grapple's lame.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It just
It
sets your
feels
speed to
like-
0, and that's it.
Yeah.
No.
You need to actually have the grappler feat.
Okay.
No. I rolled a 26 and a 24 to hit for my
Yeah,
two.
That's it.
Okay, so start with 12 damage from the rapier, and then 7 damage from Serpent's Fang with 4 poison damage on top of that.
That fully activates and hits. He has no resistance to any of that.
Oh, and I forgot, I can do because he's I get the thingy because I'm a rogue.
Advantage.
Extra 2d6.
Sneak attack?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're there.
Take it.
Sneak attack.
So that's an extra 4 damage. Rolled a double 2.
I don't have a good tone for this. That's terrible. All right, you hear sirens in the background. Arnoff.
I will start off. Bonus action. I'm going to use my Daunting Roar, something I haven't used in a hot minute. Creatures of my choice within 10 feet that hear me must make a Wisdom save DC 18 or become frightened until the end of my next turn.
He failed.
Okay. Now I will use the shove attack to try and make him prone. I have advantage of this, and he has disadvantage because of the fear. $17.
16.
All right, he's face down in the dirt,
Bring out,
and then I'm going to. What's that?
so bring out markers for this guy.
Load him up with all the icons. And I'm gonna give him a good old punch. Now that he is prone, I have advantage without having to be reckless.
Since you're knocking him prone, is he still grappled?
He is. And he can't even try to stand up until he breaks that grapple. That is a net 20.
What, you were doing what? Punching him?
Yep.
Okay.
Non-lethal, of course.
Okay.
Punching him with a sword.
You know, I hold on the sword and then punch him.
Pummel him. That's essentially what you're doing. Pummel.
Gotta.
I've never had to do this. How does a critical hit work with a weapon that rolls multiple dice? All my weapons have been like 1d something. This is a 3d4 weapon. Is it just those 3d4 again?
It's the base damage of 3d4, or is it
Yes, the adamantine claws thingies that you gave me.
right? Yeah. You're gonna do a base
Now-
12.
Yeah. And then 3d4. But I have that brutal critical where you roll 2 additional weapon damage dice when determining extra damage for a critical hit with a melee attack. I'm going to assume that is just 2 extra d4 and not 2 more instances of 3d4.
I think
Right.
I think that's right. I mean, considering we're doing Aetherflux criticals, otherwise you're gonna just.
I'm going to
We're
say,
gonna need a mop to pick this guy up off the floor.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
okay, so
I'm just thinking, like, if you ever have to fight a dragon or something, then
well, I'm trying to, because I've never actually used like a great sword, which is like, what, 2d8 or 2d6, something like that. I've never actually quit with one of those, so I don't know how those dice work either.
Well, whatever the base dice are, they would be. So you would do. So if it was the 2d6, you would get the 2d6, so you get 12. Then you roll 2d6.
But with the brutal critical, it's 2 additional weapon dice. So it's just going to be 2 more dice and not the 4, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, we're on the same page now. All right, good. Good. And so 28, 31 damage.
He is barely conscious.
Understandable. That was all of my actions.
Okay. Fred's out.
All right. Gonna move over here. Just kind of stand over him with my revolver drawn and just not threaten him, but just like you've got 2 options. You can just lay there, or you can try and crawl out.
So give me an intimidation check with advantage. Terrible. I have no
15.
You see him go, I cannot believe I have to surrender such likes of you. I suppose I'd have to rely on your mercy now. Though I do hear a siren coming. I yield. Abraxas, would you like to do a Rainier Wolfcastle? What's his name? Simpsons?
Not so fast.
Yeah. I surrender.
I do move over to him. And just make like I'm powering up my lightning launchers. So it makes that sound. It starts glowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, Duke, is there a back door?
I believe that there is over here.
We taking this guy with us? What are we doing with him?
I think you should wash that dung off your boots, if you know what I mean. But it's up to you. It's your fight. You certainly have the job if you wish it.
This guy mean anything to you?
As I said, if it was up to me, I would remove the filth from the world. But as I said, it is your choice.
The bar
I
is a
got no-
sacred place.
Can't just knock him out?
I was gonna say I got no beef with the guy.
I had to reload the screen for the audience here.
Can we see the lights from...
Give me a perception check. There are windows
Amanda.
over there.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be an ambulance. He'll need one.
It's nat 20, 21.
Yeah, you can.
Okay,
you
never
can.
mind, I'm not
You catch the flicker is a bit distant, but they're getting. You can hear the siren getting closer on the Doppler effect, so you know that there's authorities coming. Duke says, "I would not wish to have to explain ourselves to the authorities, if you know what I mean."
I'll tell you what. Why don't we beat feet and let this guy explain himself to the fuzz?
Fine by me.
That is a greater punishment than I can give.
And I step on him as I walk by.
This way, gentlemen.
Good on his hamstrings.
All right, lads, let's, how do you say, cheese it.
I do look back over my. There's a point before Abraxas gets into that hallway. He just gonna look back just to see if Corvex is doing a coup de grace. But kind of just shrugs and walks down the hallway anyway.
All of a sudden, you look, Corvex is just plucking the dude's eyeballs out. Like, oh, ooh.
I didn't want to see that.
It's funny because I don't know if you know, I do like digitally flip a coin to see which way I'm gonna react, and I tried 7 times and they all came up fail. I'm like, oh, well, everybody else is letting them go, so I'm.
Corvex is accidentally in a generous mood today.
By force.
Would be kind of poor form to execute someone who had in fact surrendered to us.
I mean, that's just easy pickings.
Don't worry, guys. We won't tell them where you went. Orc's watching from the corner.
Appreciate you.
Hope you enjoyed the show.
Fantastic! Best fight I've seen in a long time. 5 stars. No notes.
Love it.
All right, move. Okay, I'm just gonna say move yourselves out of the bar. Give me a group stealth. Let's see, just everyone roll stealth, and we'll average it out roughly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This doesn't always go well.
No,
Let's go.
it never goes well.
Oh shit! I'm
Really
All I
funny.
know is if I have to,
No.
I haven't cat belled yet.
Cat bell.
Find out.
Cat bell. Yeah, I rolled on that one.
19.
Yeah.
20, 19, 18?
18.
Jeez, 14.
14, not bad. Flipbook's gonna stand on 9.
No, I'm gonna cat bell. It's late enough in the evening. I don't need.
Say
to
14's
save
better than my
myself.
1.
I can probably roll better than that. I can't roll better than that.
Wow, you totally can't.
Okay. Quiplik bangs his shell against some stuff. He trips over a garbage can. However, just as he knocks the can over, Corvex is like there to he puts a wing out, stabilizes it, keeps it from making a rattling sound.
As he's
And-
knocking stuff over, he's like, "Hey, they should really clear this out. This is a fire hazard."
Tell me your wingman.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah.
All right, you move through a series of, you move off the main street back through a series of alleyways until you are sufficiently far away. The sounds of the sirens fade away, and the Duke stops. Well, a bit of excitement. You gentlemen have a certain flair for dramatic in a fight. Very deadly. Interesting. We should talk on the move, though. I have my yacht nearby. Or we could take your ship. Your choice.
A fancy ass mother lover over here at this yacht. We're taking your yacht.
I think we're better off with the familiar.
Yeah, I feel like once he said yacht, Quiplik's like, "Oh, hey, a yacht, you say?"
Oh, it's a yacht. I mean, I perhaps I oversell it. As he leads you to the docking bay, he has a sort of secluded one, quite clearly a private bay that one would have to pay extensive gold for. As you walk, you see this 7 deck ship, white with gold, perhaps literal filigree gold around it. It is a spaceship, but it does look like a pleasure yacht that has been fitted for interstellar travel. It's a paltry thing, really. My good one's in the shop.
Quip picks his jaw up off the ground. Oh, yes, I'm sure. Well, it looks a fine ship.
What a piece of junk.
Corvex.
I mean, look at it. It's all glittery and gross.
It's totally against Corvex's goth aesthetic, huh?
Ugh. Glitter's just trash.
But I'm guessing she's got it where she needs it.
Oh, it's quite fast, but we're actually not going that far. Come aboard. As you do so, there's different crew members. They're dressed in uniforms, like white uniforms, with little round caps, blue trim. Variety of races on board. No tabaxi, so John's safe. He says to his helmsman, set a course for the moon, post haste, if you will. Gentlemen, make yourselves at home, but it won't be a long trip. As you guys sort of get seated and ready for the ship, it lifts off. It has a very gentle lift, but you still realize you're lifting very quickly. As quickly as the Nameless would, but he's paid some sort of extra dampening magic so that it is barely noticeable. Like if you guys weren't seasoned travelers on such airships, spaceships, you wouldn't even really feel it. But it certainly doesn't match the sort of velocity that you feel when you take off in the Nameless. Before you know it, you are in orbit around Nerian, and you are closing in on one of Nerian's moons. Very similar to Earth's moon. It is gray and dusty. As you move closer towards the moon, you see signs of old mining facilities, but there's seemingly no life on the gray rocky surface. Then the glint of the sun against something metallic catches your eye. Something man-made just poking clear of the moon dust. It's a massive cave-in to be sure, but just what caused is another matter. The lore of this place is rich and wild, as the commoners will have it. Some say miners dug too quickly and recklessly, driven under the virtual whip of their corporate overlords. Others, survivors, tell a different story. They talk of ancient technology, ghosts and killing machines in the shape of men who slaughtered the miners, forcing them to drop tunnels on them to escape. Nonsense, of course, but even myths have a shred of truth to them. Look at that metal. See? Despite its mangled state, I can make out a door. And if you'd like to see the door, you can make a perception check. I know Tim was very excited to say that number, but none of us heard it.
Damn it, again. Well, it didn't matter. My comment was not today because I rolled a 3.
Oh.
It's all right. I rolled a 4.
3.
Everybody else with the 20s.
Yes.
I mean, well, actually, 3 makes me to 14, but still.
Yeah, so you guys, most of you guys see where he's pointing. The sun is just sort of glinting off what appears to be a sort of rectangular atrium type area, front doors to a facility. Helmsman, set us down on that flat space nearby. I believe that must be the ancient landing area. Now, gentlemen, let me give you the job. Perhaps we were a bit hasty coming here, but judging by your prowess back in the bar. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself completely. You're hurt. Please, feel free to use the healing bay before you go. And if you would like to heal now, I will tell you as we mend your wounds. Come with me. And he leads you a couple decks down, and there's this beautiful white healing bay, complete with a holographic medic. He indicates those of you wounded to different beds. Lay down, please, and I will be with you and take care of your wounds in just a moment. The Duke's like, I pray this will be satisfactory. I know that you've expended some spell energy. If you wish to wait till tomorrow, well, that could be a problem, but time is of the essence here. Oh, I can't contain myself. It's too good. Gentlemen, I know you're as committed to thwarting Galen Mutani as Rag is. It has been my one mission lately to bring down that vile corporation, their weaponry, their greed, their helping of people like Arnolf's Leonin, helping to deal with the devil of those corporate types. We can make it all go away starting tonight. Down below us is a facility one of the first Galen Mutani ever collaborated on. Tell me, do you know anything of the founders of Galen Mutani? Yalen was a powerful wizard, a genius, who kept his powers hidden. Not even the circle of wizards knew of him. And that's saying something. His public persona was that of a businessman. And he was the face of the partnership for quite a long time until he became rather reclusive. Mutani now she was a special one. Golden scaled, beautiful. But that beauty was a facade for a poisoned heart. She and Yalen collaborated in a facility just like this, if not this facility, to create monstrosities, experiments on sentient beings, breathe life or near life into machines. Nothing as wonderful as you, Retzout. No true Warforged. Something halfway between automaton and sentient. A terrible existence. And then, you might say the partnership dissolved. Yalen was too ambitious in his desire for power. He turned to darker and darker magic to extend his existence. There's rumors, of course, as to what his true state currently is. Tell me, do you know what happens when very powerful wizards wish to shed their mortal coil?
Isn't that when they become liches and whatnot?
Yes, liches. That's the rumor. No one has seen Yayland in some time. So it'd be hard to confirm. Perhaps he has truly expired, but my sources say otherwise. He is out there someplace. And if he is still alive after hundreds of years, as a mere human, he has extended his existence somehow. He will be a target for a different day. For it is not the lich that we seek this day. It is the dragon. Utani dwells beneath us, a prisoner duped by her own partner. Three floors of this layer are below us. The first two are always present on the moon. The third, however, is a special trap for the golden dragon. Yalen was clever. He knew how powerful his partner was. The third level is on a timer. And when that timer reaches 0, the third level warps to someplace else in the universe. Sadly, I've not been able to track those other locations, but I have picked this one. I know she is there now. And if we can get to her the next 8 hours, we can slay her and end half of the evil in this galaxy that threatens all of us. Now, do not worry. Her bindings limit her magic and her power. Though she is an ancient golden, she should be well within your capacity to deal with. Getting to her, though, none of my scouts have reported back to me, and there have been several, and they have been competent people. I warned them. But you, gentlemen, you have what it takes to get through the traps, the puzzles, and the monstrosities that plague the edifice below us. So the job, should you wish it, is to plunder through and get to Utani and eliminate her vileness from the galaxy. What say you?
Sounds like fun.
Game.
So you're saying none of your scouts have made it back out of 3 levels of scary traps and monstrosities, and that there have been a history of weird scientific experiments where they've breathed life into machines, and there's all sorts of scary nonsense down here.
Yes.
Count me in.
Excellent. The payment would be 100 platinum each suffice? Plus whatever you can pull out of the ruins. Although I would like to maybe perhaps see any research notes that you pull out. They may help Rag to counter some of the inventions they've built off of them.
I think that sounds fair. What about you fellas?
It's fine to me.
Yep.
Seaman, the 100 platinum is like barrels of coffee.
Way too low. Oh, right. The coffee thing. Yeah. That.
There's one last thing. If you cannot complete this within 8 hours, I'm going to take my own shot at eliminating her. Come this way. He leads you up down another floor, and you can see the line of cannons that he has. They haven't yet deployed out the portholes yet, but he has several cannons lining both the starboard and port side. They are, I say cannons, they're really wand cannons. The Nameless has one. These are smaller, but there's many more of them. If I do not hear from you in 8 hours, I will start a bombardment. Unfortunately, spellstones will not work within the facility.
This sounds dangerous. You got a bar somewhere up on one of these floors?
I have a bar on almost every floor.
Oh, my man.
Excuse me, I must change my filters. I'll leave you a moment to decide for sure amongst yourselves. Pardon me. And he sort of kind of bends over, wheezing a little bit as he kind of goes up the floor, perhaps to his private chamber.
I'm going to have to change my filters when we fight this dragon.
He's starting to leave and stuff. Can I do a perception check to maybe get a better look at him?
Sure.
Homemade 20.
Yeah, in his well-lit yacht, he actually really, he didn't take his hood down exactly because it seems to be almost like a habit of his. But you get a pretty good look at his face and his head now. You can tell that it has been repaired, possibly augmented a bit with non-biological accessories, such as a partial metal exposure on his skull. The breather, the filter that he wears, looks like it may actually magnetically or somehow other way lock on. There was the same side of the face that had the metal on it. The eye appeared to be mechanical, and he was rather pale. But you would guess that he's human. From the one ear you saw, it was not pointed. He's a very tall individual, but not like Goliath sized. Just
Okay.
tall human. He walks a little bit awkwardly, not awkward in the sense that he's clumsy, but just as if he's sort of compensating.
Be favoring a leg a little more or something like that.
Yeah, it's almost as if perhaps he has had surgery and he's still recovering from it, or perhaps he's had a replacement of a joint or something like that.
Neat. Alrighty.
Do you wish to talk amongst yourselves about the job?
So we all in on this, right?
Sounds like fun to
Of
me.
course.
Yep.
Oh,
We have a chance to take down one half of these lunatics.
Maybe even find out more in the research downstairs. Sounds like Duke is anticipating some kind of info down there that we can bring back.
Yeah, but we need to be quick about this, though.
8 hours, huh? Well, I'm going to hit up that holographic nice.
Same.
Yep, you guys can take you gain all your hit points, and you can also have the benefit of short rest However, I think you guys only blew a couple of spell slots, so I think that's you're not going to be able to recover those exactly. So
I'm gonna use.
I used a wild shape to starry form, and I'll get that back. So
Yeah, I
What's
have
that?
cool by me.
a pearl of power and a ring. That's my infusion ring to let me regain a slot as well. So I'm gonna use both of those. Charges, click. Pearl of power, click.
Cool. All right, I reset that. Good deal.
Cool.
okay,
Oh, dude, I don't know if this is a weird question. Actually,
he's not in the room right now.
that's what I wanted to ask you. Shit.
He says it like that anyway.
Duke, I gotta. Oh, all right, never mind. Well, what I meant to ask my DM at the beginning of the session,
All right,
because he mentioned it
go ahead.
at the end of the last session, was whether or not I was able to scrounge around stuff for ammunition for that rifle.
Oh, okay. We can do that. I think we're going to end now. 'Cause I know
Yeah, we
it's-
can do that off camera.
We can do it. Through the chat.
Yep.
Let's see. So, antimatter rounds. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah, but we can talk right after if you want.
All right. Cool. So you're all in agreement. You're going to begin the adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, they're my ride. I kind of gotta go with them.
Yeah, you're one of us.
I mean, on paper.
Okay. The ship touches down as you finish your conversation, your preparations, and your healing. The Duke joins you as the gangplank lowers. I will not be able to accompany you, but I will wait. I will give you the 8 hours. I can only wish you good luck, gentlemen. Any motions down the gangplank? You see, it looks very Earth Moonish here with the gray and the rock. However, now that you're kind of looking around, your eyes are sort of getting accustomed to it. You do see like moon dust covering old facilities. There used to be industry up here. There used to be buildings up here. Of course, because it's ether flux, there's also air. You don't have to wear spacesuits or anything. And you see what was once a sort of glass entranceway. Somehow the glass is held up, although it's been twisted and bent around in the metal framing. And everything is sort of covered in this moon dust. You can see the door is partially open to enter into the area. I'm just going to push us into the first zone just so I know where to start us next time.
Arnulf is going to set an alarm on the spellstone for 8 hours so that we can kind of monitor that.
I was going
Okay.
to set it for 7.5.
Yeah.
You step in over the threshold of what was once a laboratory, now forsaken. and a chill sort of sweeps through you. You have the faint scent of decay, signaling a descent into darkness. Even after all these years, there's a dim mechanical light in this lobby. You see walls adorned with peeling murals depicting the once cherished alliance between Yalen and Wutani, now tainted and cracked by age. A tremor beneath your feet suggests that something unnatural stirs within this very foundation, as the echoes of distant tortured moans resonate ominously through the air. Just ahead, a metallic figure looms in the shadow, its rusted body swaying slightly, as if it awaits the arrival of intruders to fulfill its unholy purpose. And that's where we're going to end for the evening.
Ooh.
I'm sold. I'll take it. I'll move it next week.
I love Korvac seeing the boats like gaudy, ostentatious, absolute garbage. Sees this place. Perfect. Absolute perfection.
Korvex's last name is Adams. All right, guys. Well, I look forward to your exploits in this dungeon. Right now, as you can see, it is very basic in its setup. I'm going to try to use this extra time. I totally expect to get further this session than we did. To maybe try to pretty up the map a little bit. But if not, it will be old school, sort of the way we used to do it back in the days before computers and stuff. Hope you had a good time tonight. I know I did.
It was fun.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks for running the show.
It's my pleasure. And for everyone out there watching, hope you enjoyed yourselves. And we'll be back here next Wednesday for more Aetherflux Hunters. Join us on the Odd Lot channel Sunday for more Kingdom of Steam, and then also Monday on the Odd Lot channel for a special one-shot Dragon Slayer episode where we all have built characters at level 5 to try to take on an adult blue dragon. No, is it blue dragon?
I think it was blue.
Blue dragon, yeah. See,
Yes.
and Calvin, who will be running it as DM, has said he's actively going to try to TPK us. So that'll be fun. I am not trying to actively TPK, although it may happen. So join us again next Wednesday for more Aetherflux Hunters.